If you are anywhere near state pension age in the UK right now, whether you are already drawing it or still planning around it, there is a good chance you have heard that the pension age is going up to 67, what almost nobody tells you. And what the comments under videos on this topic are full of confusion about is the one specific date that determines whether that increase actually applies to your date of birth. Not your birth year, your actual birth date. Getting this wrong can mean building your retirement around a pension start date that the law has already moved. Today we are covering 5 things about the UK state pension that most pension videos either get wrong or never mention at all. By the time we reach number 2, the one I want you to stay for, you will know exactly where you stand and what 3 steps to take if any of this applies to your situation. Quick context before we begin. This video is made for UK pensioners and pre-retirees who want to understand how the pension age transition works and whether they may be entitled to a payment review. Everything shared today comes from publicly available official information, the UK government's own website, the Department for Work and Pensions, and the National Audit Office, alongside guidance from Money Saving Expert, one of the UK's most widely read consumer money websites. I will name each source as we go. This is educational content only. It is not personalized financial, tax, or legal advice. And nothing here is a promise that you will receive any specific amount of money. Everyone's situation is different. Before any significant financial decision, speak to a qualified advisor who knows your full picture. One item I want to flag before we start and return to properly later: the Department for Work and Pensions has been running a correction exercise since January 2021, systematically reviewing state pension records for historical errors. By March 2025, it had identified over 130,000 cases of underpayment and paid back over £800 million. The question of whether any of that applies to your record is number 2 on today's list. Stay for it. 5 items. Scrambled order. Starting with number 5. Number 5, the pension age transition and the one date that tells you whether it applies to your birthday. The state pension age is rising from 66 to 67. This is confirmed in law legislated in 2014, and it is not a proposal, but it does not apply to everybody. And that is the part most coverage gets wrong. According to the UK government's official website, the increase only affects those born on or after the 6th of April, 1960. If you were born before that date, your pension age is 66, and this change does not affect you. If you were born between the 6th of April, 1960, and the 5th of March, 1961, your pension age falls somewhere between 66 and 67. The exact point is determined by your birth month, not your birth year. During this transitional window, a single month's difference in your birthday can mean a month's difference in your pension start date. There is no rule of thumb for this period. The only reliable answer is the government's own state pension calculator on the UK government's official website. It takes 5 minutes. It is free. And it gives you your personal eligibility date and your forecast weekly amount. Pause this and write this down. The tool is called Check Your State Pension. You will need your national insurance number 2 letters. 6 digits. 1 letter. If you were born on or after the 6th of March, 1961, your state pension age is 67. The stakes are not abstract. The full new state pension pays £241.30 per week in 2026. 2027. Per the UK government's own published rates, a 12-month planning error at that rate represents over £12,000 in income that does not arrive when expected. Number 3, the graduated retirement benefit, a real payment from a scheme that closed 50 years ago. Between 1961 and 1975, the UK ran a scheme called the Graduated Retirement Benefit. If you paid national insurance contributions during any part of those 14 years, anyone in paid employment during that period, there may be a small additional payment sitting in your state pension record that you have never seen listed. Separately, this is distinct from the additional state pension. The amounts are modest. A few pounds per week. But the entitlement is real and belongs in your record if you contributed. Not every record transferred cleanly when the Department for Work and Pensions moved to digital systems. The way to check is through the same tool mentioned for number 5. Your state pension forecast shows every component of your entitlement. If the figure looks lower than your contribution history suggests, call the DWP Pension Service and ask for a breakdown. Number 1. The scam threat and why inaccurate information about your pension is itself a risk. 2 types of scam are actively targeting UK pensioners right now. The first is the email scam. You may receive an email appearing to come from the Department for Work and Pensions, asking you to confirm your bank details or national insurance number to ensure your pension continues. The Department for Work and Pensions does not communicate with pensioners about payment matters by email. Every genuine DWP communication about your pension arrives through the post, on official letterhead with a reference number. If you receive an email of this kind, do not click any links, do not reply, and do not provide any information. Report it to the National Cybersecurity Center through their official online reporting portal. The link is in the description of this video. The second is the cold call scam. You may receive a call from someone claiming to be from the DWP, asking you to confirm your bank details verbally so your next payment can be released. The Department for Work and Pensions does not make unsolicited calls requesting bank account information. If you receive such a call, end it immediately. Then ring the official DWP Pension Service number. The correct full number is at the end of this video, and report what happened. One point worth naming directly: there are videos circulating right now that give viewers a DWP phone number with a digit missing. The correct number is 10 digits long. If you have written one down from another video recently and it has fewer than 10 digits, cross-check it against the number we give you at the end. Number 4. Pension credit, and why approximately 850,000 eligible pensioners are not claiming it. Pension credit is a means-tested top-up benefit for anyone who has reached state pension age and whose weekly income falls below a set threshold. For a single person, that threshold is approximately £227 per week in 2026. 2027. According to the UK government's official website, the Department for Work and Pensions estimates that approximately 850,000 eligible households are currently not claiming it. The financial consequence of not claiming is not just the direct weekly payment. Pension credit is a gateway benefit that unlocks free NHS dental treatment, council tax reduction, the warm home discount on energy bills, and for those over 75, a free television license. Together, those additions can represent several £100s per year on top of the direct payment. Pension credit uses an assessed income figure and excludes certain disability and carer payments from the calculation. So many who assume they earn too much are wrong. If your weekly income as a single person is below approximately £250, run the eligibility check on the government's website. 10 minutes. Number 2. The State Pension Underpayment Correction Exercise and the 3 steps to take if this may apply to you. The Department for Work and Pensions has identified 3 groups whose state pension was systematically underpaid. The first group is married women whose pension was not automatically uplifted when their husband reached state pension age, affecting women who reached pension age before April 2016 and whose weekly payment should have reflected their husband's national insurance record, but did not. According to the Department for Work and Pensions' own correction exercise data, the documented average back payment for this group is £5,553. The second group is widows whose pension was not automatically reassessed when their husband died. If you were widowed while drawing your state pension and your weekly payment did not increase at that point, this may apply to you. The Department for Work and Pensions' own correction data shows the documented average back payment for widowed cases is £11,725 per case. The third group is pensioners over 80, whose state pension was not automatically increased when they reached that age. with documented average back payments of £2,203. According to Money Saving Expert, around 170,000 people, mostly women, had been identified as underpaid by mid-2025, with over £900 million paid back. A second correction exercise covers home responsibilities, protection errors for those who claim child benefit before the year 2000 without a national insurance number on the form, running until 2027-2028. Before the three steps, Dorothy is 71 and lives in County Durham. This is an illustrative composite, representative of documented cases in the DWP's correction exercise for widowed pensioners. Dorothy had been drawing her basic state pension for 7 years after her husband died. Assuming the DWP had automatically updated her entitlement at that point, after hearing about the correction exercise, she used the government's state pension checker and found her forecast did not match what she expected. She called the DWP pension service and asked for a review. 8 weeks later, a lump sum in the region of £11,000, consistent with the documented average for widowed cases, arrived in her account, and her weekly payment increased from that point. The question she asked on the phone was simply, has my record been reviewed as part of the correction exercise? The 3 steps, if this may apply to you. Step 1. Use the Check Your State Pension tool on the UK government's official website and compare your forecast against what you would expect from your national insurance record and, if you are widowed, your husband's record. Step 2. If you are a widow or married woman who reached state pension age before April 2016 and have not received a review letter from the DWP since 2021, call the DWP Pension Service. Pause this and write the number down in full. It is 0800 731 0469. That is a free call from any UK landline or mobile. Monday to Friday, 8 in the morning until 6 in the evening. Step 3. If you claimed child benefit before the year 2000 without a national insurance number on the form, contact HMRC and ask about the Home Responsibilities Protection Correction Exercise. Quickly back through all 5. The pension age increase to 67 only affects those born on or after the 6th of April. 1960. Pension credit is available to single pensioners below, approximately £227 per week. 850,000 eligible people are not claiming it. The graduated retirement benefit from 1961 to 1975 belongs in your record if you contributed. The underpayment correction exercise has paid back over £800 million if you are a widow who reached pension age before April 2016. Ask the DWP whether your record has been reviewed. Documented average widowed payments were £11,725. And the scams are active. The Department for Work and Pensions does not contact you about payments by email or unsolicited call. The correct 10-digit pension service number is 0800 731 0469. 3 things to do in the next 24 hours. 3. Go to the UK government's official website. Find the Check Your State Pension tool and confirm your personal pension date and weekly forecast. 2. If you are a widow or married woman who reached state pension age before April 2016, ring 0800 731 0469 this week and ask the one question. Has my record been reviewed under the correction exercise? 1. If your weekly income as a single person is below approximately £250, run the pension credit eligibility check. And before acting on anything you have heard today, speak to a qualified financial advisor who knows your full circumstances. If you know a widow or a woman who reached state pension age before 2016 and has never had her record reviewed, share this video with her directly. The people most likely to benefit from the correction exercise are least likely to be searching for it online. A direct share from you reaches them. The pension credit eligibility calculator is in the description. If most of you in the comments have not yet used the government's state pension checker, that walkthrough is our next video.